Hamilton from Audible Elegance here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have a website, audibleelegance.com. I write a monthly blog. I'm a little behind on that one right now. We do work on Facebook and Instagram. And tonight I thought I'd talk about power strips again. And what brought this to my attention real quickly is we actually had one that failed for somebody, and they brought it in and decided to do a biopsy. A lot of people think that when they spend, this was probably like $60 for this one. You can only imagine what the $10 and $15 ones are like from Do It Center. But I thought I'd take it apart and start showing you typically what you get. And what we have here is essentially brass found, from someplace, used to make all the contacts. And they're just kind of railed together. They're also deteriorating with time and age. And of course, this is your little ground, and as these things are used time and time again, they spread out, and how good your ground is a really good question. So this is not uncommon. When you get into the really cheap power strips, it's not even this grade of metal. It's even thinner. So I thought I'd take it a little further tonight. I have the trusty repair tool here called the hammer. And since I really don't give a rat's ass about this particular power strip, I'm going to tear it apart for you to see the rest of it. So here we go. All right, got that. Okay, what we begin to get into are some of the additional parts used in it. These lovely little discs here are thermistors, and their idea is to absorb surges. Now, these things you could probably get, for about $5 for a garbage can full of them. They're not that expensive. They're very cheap. We have the obligatory light to tell you that it's on or not. We have a little siren there and sort of stuff. But these guys are very, very noisy. And it's a catch-22. If you're in an area that gets a lot of surges or lightning or stuff like that, not so much lightning, but power fluctuations and stuff like that, these little guys can help you. It depends upon the model. If you look at some of the reviews of surge protection systems, you'll actually find that some of them actually wind up amplifying the degree of the hit rather than reducing it. So you got to be kind of careful about it. Years ago, RCA had a little guy about this big, a little cube. It was actually one of the best, taking a terrible pounding and hits, and did quite a good job. Where the very expensive ones didn't work well at all. So, but you can see this is, if you're using a power strip of moderate quality, well, you're not making much of a connection to your audio system. Mind you, we have a nice big heavy power cord. Most of it's plastic, and that's part of the illusion of quality. So I'm not going to fault these people for what they built. They tried to do something better than the Do It Centers or the little Walmart $12 power strips and stuff like that. But this is what you're getting. And this is what you're trying to drive in an audio system. And I've seen these things in $10, $20, and $30,000 audio video systems. And I'm sorry, this is not the way to do it. You're struggling, you strangle your system before it even has a chance. And what really brought this to my attention, now we're going to do the final upgrade to this. I have a garbage can. I actually saw one of these terrible systems being used at a show, an audio show. And it was really sad because the equipment that it was on was actually very good equipment. I had a lot of praise for the product, and they're no longer around. It was actually Dahlquist speakers, the newer series. They were actually pretty good. but they were using these terrible power strips all full of noise, and the system just had absolutely no life to it whatsoever. And it was a real shame because it was a disservice to somebody's engineering efforts. And this is the sort of stuff that does happen even at shows. So that's the reason I say when you go to shows, be careful about judging it because you don't know everything that they're doing, willingly or unwillingly, so to speak. But don't buy cheap power strips, okay? And if nothing else, at least plug your power amplifiers and stuff directly into the wall, not a cheap strip like that. We have recommended the wire molds; they do quite well. The other thing about this piece of crap is you'll notice that there's absolutely no star grounding, which deals with how the things are grounded. It's all bus barred. So, I mean, there's just nothing going on here. And maybe I'll save the power cord to, to wire something else up. I don't know. It can come in handy sometimes. But that's what goes on with power strips, people. So be careful. And if you get a chance to look at one and see how it's built, do it. Oftentimes these type of strips they don't appear to have any sort of real sockets like you have in your wall. And that's a pretty good clue that they probably used, parts of, scrap metal that they found in a downed, Phantom aircraft in Vietnam to put it together. I don't know. But I mean, that's how it is. I'm sorry to say, it's crap.